Hi, Coach. So glad you found us on YouTube. Let me know if you have any questions. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe. Those are big ones for us. If you're looking for more depth in your coaching, if you're looking for a community, if you're looking for resources, if you're looking how to run a 1-3-1 zone, make sure you check out teachhoops.com. There'll be one of these corners up here will be a link or down below. It's a 14-day free trial. Go check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and enjoy the video.
Ken, good. We're good to go.
Right. How are you?
I'm good. Busy. I'm sorry we missed connections and stuff. It's just like,
I thought it was 5 hours. So I thought it was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, but it's actually 6 hours.
Okay.
So I think it's the daylight savings. I think it's changed.
Okay. That's fine. It all worked out. So when's your game?
My game's on Sunday, so next Sunday.
Okay.
That's my final. And yeah, I'd love to chat to you about it for 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
I'd love to get some advice.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot away.
So there's so the team there's 3 shooters.
Okay.
They can all get hot from 3. They've got no big guys. They're just quick, athletic. They sort of gamble in the passing lanes. If they get in rhythm, they can get 3, 4, 5 threes in a row. And we have maybe 2 good 3-point shooters, but we also have 2 bigs, which is our big advantage.
Okay.
Over them. And so yeah, my first question was like just a good defensive strategy against a quick team that fast break and can shoot, essentially.
Okay, so
some ideas. Yeah,
So I would work on getting back.
Yeah.
I would only send the 2 bigs to the offensive glass, and I'd have everyone else work on conversion and getting back. That'd be the first thing. Second thing is if they've got 3 really good 3-point shooters, I would chase them and not let them get open shots. So you kind of got to leave your help side defense a little bit, but I would just, if you're guarding one of those 3, you have no help responsibilities. And then the other 2 guys should basically always have a foot in their paint.
Okay.
Because so that way it's kind of like running a triangle in 2, but you're kind of running, I call it stack, where you're putting maybe a guy on the bottom and guy at the free throw line. Here, let's see if I can draw this up. And then I don't have my drawing thing because it's at home. But
right.
It's so I would put one guy. I'd put one guy here and put one guy here, and they're working together, and then the other 3 guys would chase. So you basically don't care if they take the mid-rangers. You just want to protect the paint area, and you want no open threes.
Okay.
So if you're thinking, ooh, that's the worst 3-point line ever. But if you think about it, you're just trying to run them off the 3-point line. So if they got to shoot runners or things in here, that's fine. But they're only going to get 1 shot because you got your 2 bigs in here.
So I was only going to play 1 big at a time.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So then you have So then this guy is basically, if you're only playing 1 big, then I'd run it a little different in the sense that I would have this guy only protect the paint area, and then this one is kind of guarding the 4th guy, but usually, so let's say the 4th guy is offensive guy. So there's a guy here you're chasing, there's a guy here you're chasing, there's a guy here you're chasing, and then let's assume they have 1 in the block, and then 1 over here. Well, if this guy's defending it, he's gonna play as normal, but he's always gonna, if the ball is here, he's gonna be sagging off a little bit and always kind of be protecting he'd be here if the ball he's always helping protect the paint area. And then if he catches the ball, he's gonna come out on him. But it's gonna force that 4th guy to make some decisions. And then you won't give up any layups, because if you have one of your bigs always in, they can protect the rim and always kind of just make sure you don't give up any layups. So the key is you don't want to give up layups. You don't want to give up layups. You don't want to give up threes. You want them to shoot other unbalanced shots is what you want to do, I think.
Yeah, or to meet our bigs in the paint, where they all, I guess, yeah.
They should be able to get the rebounds and be able to.
Yeah. So so are you saying the big guy underneath, does not have a matchup, or he does have a matchup, but he just stays? He allows his matchup to sort of, he sags off them a little bit, or is he actually playing a zone?
Well, it depends on how you want to play it. It depends on how good that fourth player is. If the fourth player is good, then you want him coming out on him. If you don't, if the other three can't score, most teams, if the fourth guy is taking a lot of the shots, it's not a good thing.
Yeah, right.
And it's weird because they're going to be kind of open, so they're not.
Yeah.
And if they're the fourth or fifth option, it can kind of freak them out a little bit, especially if they got 4 or 5 good scorers. Then, but I would really work on conversion. I'd work on if they're going to try to press you and turn you over. So work on your press breaks, and then I would also work on when we shoot, everyone's back. You're no layups. I would basically your discussion should be no threes, no layups. So and the layup thing will be that's conversion defense. That's if they get the ball and drive. Or just if you watch like the Celtics play the Bucks. They got to get off Giannis. They can't let him get to he gets to the paint, it's over.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of trying to protect the paint area. And they've lost the last couple because other guys have hit shots.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So the rebounding strategy is helpful just to send. Would you send like one big to offense if you had one on the floor, or still send
I'd
two?
Send one. I'd send your big. If you're playing one big and 4 not bigs, I'd send the one big, and I'd have, especially if this team has to score in transition, then I'd send the rest of them back. Because it's like Game of Thrones, man. You're putting up a wall and you're not letting them cross it, kind of thing. You just wall is that paints.
My question is, if you send the big guy to the offensive glass, then he's not back. If that makes sense.
He's not
back.
Which
is my advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not back, but 4 should be able. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're really worried about it, just don't send anybody to the offensive glass.
Yeah.
Shot goes up, we're done. Back. Now you're only going to get one shot that way. But if you're okay with only one shot, then that's fine.
So that's really helpful. My challenge is my team is really similar, apart from the bigs. So we're also quite quick and so my challenge is how do I?
Well, you want to do that on the offensive end too.
Right. Yeah.
Like you want to pound the ball inside. If your bigs can score, you want to pound it into them.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you can get some fouls, you can get some layups, you can get some stuff inside, and then once they start collapsing on that, they're going to hopefully work on kicking it out.
Got it. Yeah. So just making sure they always get a touch.
No, it's got to be like you should say any 3 should be an inside out look. Like I don't care if you shoot threes, but the big better have touched it before you shoot it.
Yeah. Yeah. So my next question was, you sort of answered it, but it's how you take advantage of him on offense and without him being a liability on defense. In terms of because we probably will switch a lot of perimeter ball screens.
Right.
And I just how do I deal with the big guy getting switched on and mismatches when they're going to be quicker driving on him? I guess like you said,
I wouldn't switch with the big.
You just don't switch.
If you only have one big, I wouldn't switch. Anytime someone, and then he has to talk, like, "Hey, screen." So that way they know they have to go under or over or however you deal with the screen.
Yeah.
They know that's an easy rule. If the big sets it, you're not switching. We're sticking. Okay. Everybody else is switching. So when you're doing guard to guard, forward to guard, we're good. We can switch it.
Yeah.
But make it a simple rule for them. Whenever the big and if it doesn't work, it's the big's fault because that means they weren't talking.
Right.
And then you should talk to them. It's like, all right, we're good enough to do this. We're good enough to step through it or under or whatever. But you guys have to communicate or you're not going to know because you're going to assume it's a switch. So Yeah,
Okay.
I just definitely wouldn't do that, especially if they're quick and your bigs aren't quick. It's just I mean that if you're switching and you're doing that, I'm running that all. I'm just clearing out a side and all we're doing is screening the bigs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. It's about advantages. So if you do that and you're switching everything, then I'm gonna basically get an advantage on your big and I'm going around them. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. And
Eliminate the ability for them to have an advantage is what I'm saying.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
And one of the coaches on our Facebook group said to me, he mentioned like spurts, like 3 minutes on, 3 off for the big guy.
Yeah.
Don't know what you thought of that as well.
I like that. Yeah. And the thing is, it's like ride the horse, man. If it's working, ride it. But if it's not working, then just match up with them. If you're very similar and you're obviously in the championship game, then I wouldn't really worry about it. Like you're probably very similar. If they're exploiting the bigs or the bigs are it's too much, yeah. Or go to a zone or go to a 2-3 zone for a minute just to give them a change or something like that where you could or that like stack kind of combo defense. Just do that for a minute, give them a different look, and then get them out.
Yeah, I really liked your one trip advice. I tried that in a few games in the last month where we did a 1-3-1 for one possession.
And it freaks them out. It freaks them out, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then the next possession, they're not sure if you're in it.
Yeah, I thought that was really.
As long as your kids know it, yeah.
I'd be scared to go to a zone against the team I'm playing because they can shoot. And,
right. Yeah. So, but if you do it for one trip, what's the worst case? They score one. Okay.
Yeah, true.
Well, we're out of it. But they might not either. I've done that and then gone one trip. Just kept yelling. Right. If it's not busy, if it keeps working.
Right.
But that's that's a feel thing. When you've coached enough, you kind of get a feel for that.
And then a couple more. So I noticed that they gamble a lot. They sort of play high in the passing lanes. They when you watch their games, they pick off a lot of passes and they get the fast break layups.
Yep.
I mean, obviously you can backdoor cut. I just know if there's like simple ways.
Well, I would have a call. If they're really going for the steal, then I'd have a call like fist, and then your guard knows, and maybe it's an odd. I mean, you can do something as silly as an odd number. If I call an odd number out, it's backdoor cut. If I call an even number out, it's nothing. So, 12 is nothing, but 13 means you're going to backdoor cut. So then they fake like they're going to get it and they backdoor. So your player knows it. You can even change it at halftime if you need to.
Would you have a system for that? Like, we just have the two wings back?
I would have you practice it for 5 minutes, and then I would say, all right, if it's a color, we're gonna backdoor cut, and then that you're coming up like you're normally gonna get it, but you got to sell it, and then the guard that's bringing it knows that they're backdoor cutting, or maybe you do it to a side of the court. Like if I dribble to the right, then that guy's going to be the one that backed, and the other one's going to screen away. The other wing's going to screen away. So, but I wouldn't do it unless you practiced it. So I would try to do it for 5 minutes. I love when teams overplay because, or I'm going to back screen you. I'm going to come back screen you rather than back cut you. So I'm going to fake up, and then one of my guys is going to like, whoa, So, and then the player will be there too. So that's fine. I mean, and tell your point guard, I'd rather have you eat it than throw it away. Like, I'd rather have you pick it up and eat it. Like, and I make a joke of it. Like, literally, I'll get you a knife and a fork. Because
what do you mean by that?
I'm literally like football grab. Okay. I mean, I'm going to eat it. Like, I'm not going to throw it away. Because if they throw it, whoever's bringing the ball up has to understand that if they throw it away, it's a layup.
Yeah.
So I would rather have I'd rather have you get the 5 counts. And I refer to it as eating. I'd rather have you eat the ball than throw it away and give them a layup. Because at least we can get back and defend them. So if you don't have anything, that's fine. Then pick it up and we'll try to help you. But otherwise, you better just like football tuck it and just hold on to it. Because I don't want to give them a layup in the other direction.
I guess in some ways
turnovers are worse.
Yeah, in some ways, a travel is better than a turnover.
Yes, anything is better. I joke with him. I said I'd rather have you throw it off that far wall then do that, because at least we can get back and play defense.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if you turn it over and they're fast, it's 2-on-1. They're going to get a lap. And we lose if they score laps. And that goes back to our wall. We got to set the wall up. And the wall means we don't give them – we get, dead ball turnover is fine. A live ball turnover is not fine.
I'm going to make a note of that just to emphasize that.
Yeah, and that's it's the time of year right now with Game of Thrones. I'm not kidding. You got to do something where they remember, man. Like they're coming. We got to get back and protect the castle. Like,
yeah, don't tell me, because I'm on season 5.
Oh, I'm not. Don't trust me. I'm not. I'm rewatching. So I've watched all 7, but I'm only on season 2. I'm rewatching. I went back to season 1. So
me and my wife are on season 5. We've never watched it ever, but we've been.
Oh, it's so good. I'm on
good.
season 2 or 3, and I forgot half this stuff.
Yeah,
so it's so
amazing.
Good. It's so good. So good.
Yeah, we literally just paused season 5, episode 3, so I could do this phone call.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I know. I've had to be off social media. I've been on social media lockdown for 3 weeks, so. I'm not reading the newspaper. I don't want to know anything. I tell my students, if they mention it, I'll fail them. If you talk about End Games, which I haven't seen, or Game of Thrones, I will fail you if you talk about it. So they laugh.
You've not seen End Game?
I haven't seen End Game yet either. So I know. Good. I hear it's really good. It's really good.
That's good.
That's on my docket.
Yeah. So they've got a player. He's a guard, a small athletic guard. He always gets offensive rebounds. He wriggles his way through. And I guess that's just a case of emphasizing boxing out. But
Yep.
I don't know. It's hard from the perimeter to always be.
It is. That's where everyone's got to rebound. And that's where you should talk about, we got to have 3 guys protecting. So when he's coming in, there's nowhere for him to go. It's the kind of thing that if he gets it, you might want to double him too.
Yeah, right.
So if he gets an offensive rebound, what I've done in the past when I've had guys that when we can't box out and they have somebody that just goes to the glass so well, that when he gets it, we're doubling him. I don't care where he is. We're just doubling him. So that means you get guys going. Now you're going to give up some stuff if you do that, but it's going to freak him out because he won't be used to it.
Yeah.
But again, you got to practice it, and you don't have a lot of time between now and next week.
We got one practice.
One practice. So it's you got to pick your points at that point. The point should be just we got to rebound. We got to go find him. And whoever's guarding him, that's your only job after the ball goes up.
Yeah.
Just find him, literally find a body, and box him out. Yeah.
And do you agree with switching, hard switching to sort of stop easy threes or not?
I do. I like that. I like that hard switch without the big doing it, but I do.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't – the more reading I've done on this, you just don't want shooters, and I think from a former shooter, if I'm in rhythm, I'm done. You're done. You're done. I'm Steph if I'm in rhythm. So you just want to get them out of rhythm. If they hit one, they're not hitting one the next time. They're just they're going to be in the 3rd row of the bleachers or something. I mean, I can't let them get in rhythm. That so they make them put it on the floor. Make them I got to cheat toward them. Something. That's what you got to preach to your boys. It's we can't let that shooters get in the rhythm.
This is my men's team, by the way. But this is men.
Yeah.
I took your advice for my semi-final. I remember you saying that you don't allow more than 3 possessions before a change or a timeout or something.
Yep, a score. Yep.
We went down 6-0 to start, and just called a timeout and reset things and tweaked a few things. And that was really helpful now to make sure no one gets in rhythm beyond 2 shots, 3 shots.
Yeah.
For a substitution or a change of strategy
right. And the thing is, I was just talking to Coach Boone about it, or no, it wasn't Coach Boone. I don't remember who it was, but he's talking about he calls on the defensive aspect. He talks about he calls them kills, and they're basically if you get 3 stops in a row, it's a kill, and if you get 5 or 6 kills a game, you basically win, right? If you get 5 times when you get 3 stops in a row, so. from a defensive standpoint too, if you can get stops, you know, and track it, like 3 stops in a row is the magic number. So it's something when you're playing 5-on-5 or you're working in a scrimmage in practice, it's like, how many kills can we get? How many kills can we get?
I like that.
Yeah.
My last question was just if you had any favorite stall plays. I don't know if do you call them the same, like slowing it down, like sort of.
Oh, stalls.
If we're winning, and then also if you had any just quick hitter 3-point shots, if I need that at the end of the game.
Yeah, I'll send you a quick hitter 3-pointer that I have. I'll send you a couple that I got on that. That'll be harder. I like the old Carolina, but you got to have 3 guys that can handle the ball.
Yep.
And you put a guy like not short corner. You put him like a big here, and then you put a big here. So it's between the 3-point line and the short corner. And then you put 3 guys here, and the ball always has to be in the middle. So the ball will be here. This is an easy delay to do. And he is going to drive until he gets stopped.
Yep.
If he gets all the way in here, these 2 guys dive. If he doesn't, these guys circle behind. So it's like this weave thing. So, you know, he'll be curling in when he drives. He'll be looking until he gets stopped, and he'll probably get stopped. These guys will kind of be up the line. Yep. So as soon as he gets stopped, he wants to get the ball to the guy in the curling to the middle, because this one, whoever's defending him is going to protect. They're not going to deny here because otherwise he'll backdoor cut.
Yeah.
So he's going to be here. When he curls, he'll be open, and then he can kick it out. And then this guy will just take big loops and fill his spot. So there's always 3 guys up top. These guys are at the old hash mark. You remember the old hash mark? And then this guy is like right here. So when he's here, let me move these guys. So as he's driving, there's a guy here. Oops. Over here. So he is here.
Yep.
At the hash. He is here at the hash, and then he is up here at the top. Oops. He is up here at the top with the ball. So when he's up top with the ball, need diagram in here. So when he's here, he's defending him. These guys are gonna. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna let him go 1-on-1? Probably not. They're probably gonna pinch into here, right? So they're gonna try to stop this guy from dribbling in. So they're going to pinch. Well, when they pinch and stop him from driving, then he's going to curl around. Eventually, it's like this wheel motion over and over. You can take forever doing that. They're going to have to decide. Because if they double, if this guy comes and doubles the ball in the middle, well, then he's going to flash. Well, somebody's going to stop him. He's going to wheel back around, and these 2 guys are going to stay really wide. So you got to have 3 guys that can handle the rock and feel comfortable with it.
Yeah, that makes sense. And where are you looking to score from in the last?
We're looking to score. Well, that's where we'll pull it out and then run a quick hitter. Or we'll try to make that turn and get in here to the paint and have these 2 guys dive in. If this guy gets in here into the paint area, then they're diving, because these guys the defenders are going to have to decide, am I going to stop him from driving, which they probably are. And if they are, then the dive is, shot fake, bounce pass in, and something will be open.
And those bigs don't move unless he hits the paint.
Yep, because they're staying wide. Because you're forcing the bigs to make a decision on what they want to do at that point.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Yep, I'll write myself a note right now and send you some quick hitters and stuff that we have. I'll send you our old playbook, and then we have some hitters.
Yeah, I've tried a few 3-point quick hitters, and they've rarely worked. So I'd love to just try.
A flare cut's really good for a 3-pointer. It depends on how good a point guard you got and how good you're setting screens.
Yeah, sure.
If your bigs can shoot threes, or if you have 4 guys, the people screening are the ones that can pop. Set a back screen and then pop for a 3. Anything like that will work really well.
I watched the 76ers, and I was just watching Redick plays. JJ
Yeah.
Redick.
Right. Those are all good.
Like cross screen, and then there's someone doing a handoff, and then a down screen. He comes across the screen and then up on the down screen, catches it and shoots. So they look so simple.
They do. The problem is you only have one practice. So
Yeah,
if you need a 3, a good thing is put a low 1-4 and let them go, and then rise those guys up. Because again, it's like, I mean, I can send you stuff, but it's gonna be average at best because you've had one day to do it. But what you might want to do is and a simple one is, you know, depending on how good your point guard is, you might want to just do, you know, a low 1-4. Just keep it really simple, and then do a low 1-4. So point guards here, and then these guys are one's here, so they're about the block, between the block and the first hash, and then these two guys are here. So what you can do then is you can just let him go. They can set a screen, and have them cut in. Okay, so you can put your bigs on the outside and your guards on the inside if you want, and then they can flare and rise high as he's driving to the basket.
Nice.
Something simple where, you know, they can't really cheat if this guy's going. So if he beats them and he has an open 3, he can take it. If not, he's going to try to get to the paint area and look one way or the other for one of these guys. But, you know, that's a hard thing to defend. A back screen wide, he'll be able to create some space into here for sure, because it's basically one-on-one. And then look for keep it really simple. Ball screens, after they set it, you know, maybe they'll come in and pop back out, and then this guy flares, you know. So the defenders are going to have to decide what they're going to – this is even better if you're down 2 than a 3. But it can work for a 3 if you teach them to flare. You know, set that screen. They're going to cut and then flare up for the 3 and be ready to shoot it.
And are you suggesting that if those 2 wings aren't open, then the corners might pop out as well? As like
as a secondary. So if these the 2 flares aren't there, then you're cutting and then you're coming back and you're just overloading a side. So, you know, here's the 3-point line. You got one guy here. You got one guy here. You'll have one guy here, and you'll have one guy coming back out, and then this guy penetrating. So
I like that.
Yeah,
I may need that on Sunday. So
here's my advice: just be up at the end, and you don't have to worry about it. You know.
Oh, that's a good yeah. And that's where all the other advice comes into play.
Just be winning. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Much.
Awesome. No problem. Talk to you soon.
If you do have any other 3.
Yep, I will. I'll send you some.
That'd be great.
Yep, I'll do. It's on my list. I'll send you some.
I've also sent you a really interesting article about.
I already reposted it. It's awesome.
You've already shared it.
I've already put it on Facebook and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's intriguing. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's true. The game has basically become 6-footers and 3s.
Yeah.
I know. It sucks. It's just, I don't know. I'm old.
Enjoy Avengers.
I will. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, Coach, hope you like that video. If you're looking for more videos just like that, check out teachhoops.com up above or down below in the show notes. I do not think you'll be disappointed. One-on-one calls, office hours, you name it, it's there for you. Learn from me. Let me help you become a better coach.